Hey guys, my name is Tyler Southcott. I'm the creator of The Missing Piece, and in this video, I'm going to give a quick overview of how to use this product because remember that any training aid is only effective if you're using it how it was designed to be used. So often I see people playing around with the training aid for 30 minutes and then just giving up on it and wondering why they didn't get anything from it. So in this video, I want to give a quick overview and let's get into it. The whole point of this training aid is to learn how to quiet your trail side from firing too early in the swing and how to use your lead side in the swing. Because let's not forget that the majority of us are right hand dominant. So it's pretty instinctive to try to use your dominant side to hit the ball. The problem with this is a common culprit in many of the common amateur faults, such as casting, coming over the top, and flipping and scooping. And learning to quiet your trail side can become incredibly difficult when you're trying to hit the ball because your brain is screaming hit and your body is reacting in the way that it knows how by using its dominant side. This is the whole purpose of the missing piece to force your brain to learn what it even feels like for your left hand to lead through the swing and to quiet your trail side. So I'm going to go over two quick rules to use this product and then a quick overview of the step-by-step process. All right, before I get into the first rule, to put the product on, there's two little arrows up at the top two corners. You're going to look for those, and you're going to slide the product over the metal shaft. And then with the arrows pointing up towards your left hand, you're just going to slide it up. And it's going to start to grip on the club where your right hand's going to rest. And then it's ready to use. So the first rule of using this is when you come down, you're going to let go of the club through impact. So many people, they continue to try to hit the ball through impact. And what this does is you'll see them come through with their right hand, try to hit it, and then they keep pushing through. And this causes a breakdown on the left wrist and the left elbow, depending on the severity of it. So they continue to try to hit through, and that's where you get that scoopy action. So we want to start to feel a throwing sensation at the ball. So you take the club, come down, and feel that throw. And you want to feel the max speed of the club around your left foot, at the ball, slightly after the ball. You want to feel like you're throwing at the ball right there. So the second rule is a tension-free follow through. And what I mean by that is the most common issue I see is that people, when they get down here, they continue to pull through. And I'm going to exaggerate this so you can see it. But if I continue to pull through impact and I don't let the club release and pass my hands so out here, then that is where, when it passes your hands, that is the potential for the maximum speed of the club. So if I don't do that till out here, I have to forcefully use my body to stop the club from moving, or it's going to keep going and I'm going to spin in a circle. So when I say we want the sensation of throwing the club at the ball, that means that we want to release the club and let it pass our hands down here. And when we do that, by the time it gets to up at the top of your follow through, it's already slowed down and you don't have to do anything. And that's really the secret for these guys who have these effortless looking swings but still hit bombs. They release the club down here, and by the time they get up here, they're not doing anything. So it looks really effortless. All right, so now that you know the two rules, there's a couple ways you can use it. The first is to use it in specific parts of your swing. Say you have a problem with kind of ripping the club back with your hands, and you want to work on a one-piece takeaway. You can just use it to work on specific parts of your swing like that. Say I want to work on my transition and just feel like the club is falling rather than pushing with my right hand. If you can do that, I would highly recommend going through our four-step process. I specifically designed it because if you are not used to this feeling and concept, it's going to feel so foreign to you that you're going to want to quit after a swing or two. So I would highly recommend going through our four steps. And I'm going to give a quick overview of those steps, and I'm going to have a follow-up video where I go into more detail talking about the specific positions and checkpoints you want to look for. So the first step is to simply just grip and hold the club. And that sounds easy. It's easy in theory, but if you're not used to this, it's going to be much harder than you think. So I would actually recommend maybe holding the club with your left hand only at first, just to get a feel for it, and then bring your right hand on. And try holding it for 5, 10, 15 seconds without feeling any of the feedback. So like when I'm holding this, I don't feel any discomfort from the piece. But when you first grip it, your first thought is going to be this is sharp. um, but so yeah, hold it for 10, 15 seconds. Try to get a feel for your left hand controlling the club. Feel like it's the captain of the ship and your right hand is just going off for support. The second step of it is to start with small swings and no ball. And it's really important that you don't use the ball because once you get a ball in front of you, your brain goes from swing to hit. That's why your practice swings might feel great, but when you get up to the ball, you get herky jerky. So we're going to start small, and you're just going to make little baby swings, following the two rules, and just feel the release of the club. Don't try to manipulate it. Just feel a tension-free release, and get a feel for your left hand working through impact. And this is really the most important step. You should do the most of the reps in this step just to get a feel through impact. And you can do this inside. It's perfect for the winter. And step 3 is to slowly turn that quarter swing into a full swing. So you want to go from a quarter swing to a half swing, and then do it at your own pace, but slowly work up to a full swing. And also, step 3 is also very important not to use the ball. It's the same concept as step 2. We're just getting bigger to a full swing. And then we get to step 4. And step 4 is to repeat steps 2 and 3 with a ball. And that's probably where it's going to get difficult for many of you because that's when the hit instinct comes in and that's when your body wants to use your right side to really hit the ball. But you're gonna start small again and slowly work up to a full shot. So if you're doing a quarter shot, you can just go. So once you go through those 4 steps, it's time to take the product off and try to reintegrate your right hand into the mix. I'd recommend going through similar swings where you let go just to try to keep the same feel. Once you start to feel comfortable with that, then you can try to make a normal swing. See if you can keep the same grip pressure and feeling of release while keeping your right hand on the club. But just go at your own pace. If you feel like your right hand hit instinct is coming back, just take a step back, go to the previous step, work on it more, and then you can continue when you feel comfortable with it. That's all I have for this. I'm going to make another video going in a little more detail and going over specific checkpoints that you want to look for. But I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to keep in touch with the next video, and thank you.